The people who run the state power grid say the system was 4 minutes, 37 seconds away from complete failure. Hello, I'm Steve Eager.
And I'm Heather Hayes. ERCOT explained its decisions at an emergency meeting today. There's already a shakeup of the ERCOT board and pending investigations of last week's massive power outages. Fox 4's Stephen Dial has more.
Changes in leadership at ERCOT are already in place. Energy experts tell me that the problem goes deeper than the operator of the power grid, saying that multiple changes need to be made to prevent this from happening again.
ERCOT CEO Bill Magnus gave his board of directors a play-by-play of last week's energy crisis in an emergency meeting Wednesday. 5 board members resigned following the hours-long meeting.
We're here today because we felt it was important to be part of the process to begin to evaluate what happened.
The meeting gave a detailed timeline of what happened leading up to February 14th and the steps taken to keep the grid from going into a complete blackout. ERCOT CEO Bill Magnus says all available generating capacity was online that Sunday, including plants that were supposed to be offline for maintenance. He says ERCOT began posting weather alerts on its website February 3rd for both plant operators and the public. That continued until the storm hit. ERCOT did spot checks on select power sources virtually before the storm. Later, ERCOT determined there was a lack of weatherization at power plants and supply lines, something that is not mandatory in Texas.
These are not inspections. We don't have regulatory authority to issue fines. They're not mandatory standards at this point.
Bruce Bullock is the director of the SMU Energy Institute. He says ERCOT's role is like an air traffic controller, not regulator.
The air traffic controller is not necessarily responsible for the airplane's maintenance. That falls to the FAA, to the airlines. The PUC would probably be the better place to actually, they have statutory regulatory authority.
The PUC is the Public Utility Commission of Texas, which along with the state legislature oversees ERCOT. Governor Abbott wants lawmakers to mandate weatherization of a system that includes coal, nuclear, wind, solar, and most of all, natural gas. 47% of the power from Texas is from natural gas, which involves massive distribution systems of pumps and pipelines. We asked Bullock how much that part of winterization would cost.
It's about $34,000 a well, and we've got 122,000 gas wells in the state of Texas, so that totals roughly $4 billion. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to weatherize them all. You can't go in and require a blanket set of technologies or types of standards. What you've got to do is to look at each one.
The State House and Senate will begin hearings investigating ERCOT's actions tomorrow. Meanwhile, there were no votes or decisions made in today's ERCOT meeting.